What's going on, guys? I just finished watching the Republican presidential debate that went on last night. I didn't watch it last night because I had to work late last night, so I caught up with it this morning. Just wanted to share my thoughts and, personal, opinions on who did well, who, didn't do so hot, and then who just, basically is going to be stuck in, the bottom of the polls where most of them already are. But I was really impressed with the Carla Fee. Let me see what her name. Sorry, I know this is bad. I have to look up her name, but I just don't want to mispronounce it really bad. Let's see, Carla. Yeah, Carly Fiorina. I think that's her name. If I mispronounced it, don't kill me. Sorry, but yeah, I didn't see her in the first debate because I know she was on the one that comes on like the first debate, like the round one that they had last night. I didn't watch the round one, so I'll go ahead and confess that. But yeah, I thought she looked really well last night. She came on the scene, and I thought she did a pretty nice job. At first, she didn't want to, lay into anybody like Trump. She didn't attack him at first, but then, she got more into it as the debate went on. She did. But I mean, that's what they were trying to get her to do all along, so I'm not surprised that she, finally did. And then let's see, who else? Donald Trump, I thought he did okay. I guess you could say it was a win for him, but that was mainly because he didn't blow himself up because he was already ahead in the polls, so he really didn't have to take out anybody. He probably could have done some more damage to Ben Carson than he did, but and then go ahead and bring up Ben Carson with that note. Ben Carson, I thought he was okay. I mean, I really thought he should have took advantage of Trump with the autism and vaccine studies because he's a pediatric surgeon. Lord have mercy. I thought that was going to be perfect time for him to attack because he's got all the knowledge, and here Trump is a businessman talking about vaccine studies and links to autism. But he played calm, relaxed, and laid low like he usually does. So I guess that was okay. And then let's see who. Oh yeah, Mike Huckabee. He's the same old, same old. I didn't think he won. I didn't think he did anything special out of the ordinary. What's his name? John Kasich, or the senator of Ohio or governor. That I thought he looked pretty good. I thought he looked pretty good, but I didn't think it mattered enough, to make any difference for him. I don't think he's got a shot at winning, which is no shot on him. I think he's just not as charismatic as what people are looking for. If you want to talk about Jeb Bush, I thought he looked a lot better than he did in the first debate. That's for sure. Didn't think he was the sole winner, but I thought he looked a lot better. That'll probably help him, some in the polls because he did look better, and I think he really gained some support, when he showed his passion with the who called him out? I can't remember who called him out for his opinion on the war. Oh yeah. When he was talking about how his brother kept us safe. I think that was with never mind. I don't even remember who he was feuding with about that. So sorry about that. But yeah, I remember when he said he kept his brother safe, and I think that was the loudest applause I heard all night almost. That one, and then when the abortion topic came up when Carla was talking about the fetus on the table and all that stuff. But I thought Jeb Bush did pretty good for him. He looked way better than he did in the first debate. In the first debate, he looked, Lord. Let's see who else. Ted Cruz looked. I thought Ted Cruz looked. Same old, same as he did in the first debate. He didn't captivate anyone. Didn't make any terrible news. I thought Marco Rubio did well because I always thought he was a really good candidate to begin with, and I thought he didn't get a lot of the attention he deserved. And I think his best moment of the night when they were bringing up climate change, and he said he would much rather worry about putting families to work, and having creating jobs and stuff like that in regards to worrying about climate change, which. Not going to give my opinion on that, but that was a pretty good selling point for him. And then there's Chris Christie. Chris Christie did, he did fairly well too. I thought he thought he did okay. I thought he did just as good as he did in the first debate. I don't think he really captivated anyone again, like I've said, but he was okay. I mean, if I had to say pick one winner of the debate, I would say probably Carla because she came out of nowhere. Well, she probably came out of nowhere to me because I mean I'm gonna admit it. I don't follow politics that closely as probably some of you do who are gonna watch this video. But I mean I don't follow it that closely. I didn't watch the first debate when she was in the round one with the lower tier candidates, and then she came up, and I think we'll probably see her in the polls. In the next couple weeks. Surpass most of the Republican candidates. I don't think she'll catch Ben Carson or Donald Trump, in my opinion, but that's just me. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I thought she looked really good and probably put her on my radar as like, candidates to notice, follow more closely. But I thought your candidates like Ted Cruz, Huckabee, Kasich, sorry, I'm mispronouncing his name terribly, I know. Um, the Rand Paul, I won't even speak on him. Don't even get me started. Rand Paul and I don't think those guys, did anything to make much difference. They're gonna stay in the bottom of the polls. I don't think they have a shot at winning. I think the real chance of anybody winning the nomination, I think, is going to be between Trump, Carson, Carla, and I really do think Marco Rubio has a shot. I would say he has a very small shot, but I think it's a very small shot. I don't think Jeb Bush has a shot. I think he's just another Bush, and that's going to be. That's not my opinion on it, but that's going to be the opinion I feel like a lot of people are going to have, and that's just going to be his biggest weakness because, like we see in every debate, every place he goes and speaks, they always bring up his brother. He's always attached to his brother, and there's nothing he can do to get away from that. So I mean, that's something he's got to deal with, and I think that's just going to hurt him so much in the end. But yeah, that was really my thoughts on the debate. I'm not a big politics guy. I mean, I like keep staying informed. So if I'm not going to tell you guys who I'm going to vote for because I don't want to start a debate. But and even if I told you some of the losers or some of the guys that didn't do anything, that doesn't mean I don't support them at all. It's just what I thought how the debate went. There's certainly some of the winners I thought did really well in the debate that I hope do not win. There's some of the losers that I thought should be more in consideration. And there's some people at the top of the polls that I think will not stay there, and there's some people at the bottom of the polls that I think will stay there. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on it, guys. If you don't like what I said, comment. If you like what I said, comment. Thanks, guys.